What is going on, guys? We are back for another DSP video. I took a couple days off as I needed a break, especially someone who covers DSP, DERICH, and RTU. You definitely need a break once in a while. I came back and I had some problems uploading for YouTube. So I did a video over on my Bad Moments in LOLCOW history channel where I went over DSP's Scorn incident in 2024. I'll provide a link to that in the description if you want to go watch that, catch up on that. Then this was actually in that video, but I'm going to bring it back today because it's hilarious and it aged like milk. I got Evil AJ. Ah yes. Don't mind me, I'm just going through old pics and we see a screenshot of a tweet from DSP in 2013 where someone asked him about streamers who beg for money. No, but I'm not at all surprised. There have been swindlers since the beginning of time. I hate streamers who beg for money. And then someone tags him and says, don't worry, you'll get there. Remember, this is 2013. DSP's response? Fuck you. No, I will never beg for money. Just like how I will never beg for subs or likes, bubbles, 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 / favorites. You win shithead of the day. Then we have a Wizard of Oz behind the curtain moment. An OP Boone leaves a message on the video. It says he's noticed videos that are in the playlist for DSP versus the internet are not in DSP nominated suggestion threads. And DSP puts out, it's all good. It's an arrangement I have with one of my editors and I enjoy the videos they submit. Because if you notice, he's always saying, we've had so many videos, we've had a record amount of videos submitted. We have so many videos we can't get through all of them. But he keeps pushing to become a member and suggest better videos, more videos. And you know why? Because he's padding the playlist. So I added on to this. So remember when he says, we have a lot of submissions this week, or we have record-breaking number of submissions. It's his editors padding the playlist so it doesn't look dead. And ladies and gentlemen, it happened again. After DSP's 2014 Scorn rant, the side scrollers took wind of this. And of course, they had to talk about it.
Well, let's go from one master streamer and masturbator to another master streamer and masturbator. Darkside Phil was in the news this week, and well, not really in the news, but on my timeline this week. And he occasionally shows up as people say stuff. And let me say this about Phil. We had him on the show over a year ago. A lot of people look at that as like kind of the coup de grace of like, the Phil storyline, right? There's like a lot of things that came out of that. And we all know Phil doesn't want to come back on the show. He's really upset about the way that we talked about the interview.
Adam scared him.
Yeah, Adam scared him. And,
he was mean.
So this was Phil, I'm assuming over the weekend. And I can't even fathom saying this to any sort of audience online. But this is Phil in a nutshell. Here is 21 seconds of Phil being Phil.
I have a setup that can do all high-end stuff. I'm playing fighting games with no lag. I'm playing all these games at high resolution, high frame rate, best quality, not upgrade my audio. I'm doing all the things people always told me I was bad at. So where is everyone? Exactly. Right? What are you doing? What was everyone doing tonight? What was wrong with Hades 2 that people didn't want to come by the stream? And I'm not angry. I want answers.
How dare you not see me stream? Ah!
So he's really upset that people didn't come and watch his stream because he was playing Hades 2. And he has all the tech scored away. He's playing games with no latency, right? Perfect. He has awesome, high quality everything. And I just feel like at the end of the day, you see, Phil, it's your personality.
I'm a savage.
I mean, but that's the reality of it. Like, I don't understand how anybody could treat their audience that poorly and still survive. What's the whole, like, he's like the cockroach of the internet, he's gonna survive everybody. I don't understand how you can talk to people like that and
he has
still. What's that, Flash?
He's got a small, dedicated group of people that want to finance him. I think it makes them feel good, like they're supporting him. In the same way that like these dudes support some of these OnlyFans chicks, like they're getting some kind of like thing out of it. It's like, how they like providing for women or something. It's strange, but That's the only thing I could think of. Is they're there because they think they're doing a good thing by supporting him or something? Because
I
half of
guess.
his stream is lectures on why they should support him.
Maybe we should start doing that. I think that'd be a good thing. We should just start yelling at people for not supporting us enough. Maybe that's what we do. Should we start doing it? No, we're never going to fucking do that. It's ridiculous. But yeah, it was really amazing to see. And like I said, if this was flip Phil with anybody else on the internet, right? That would be on the front page of Drama Alert or Dexerto or whatever. Of look at how ungrateful this streamer is. But for Phil, it's like par for the course. This is what you expect from him, and that's why so many people. That's why there are channels that are devoted to watching Phil's stream that get more views than Phil's streams, because they just want to watch the absolute train wreck. Anyways,
There is a large group of people that want to watch train wrecks, but they don't usually throw money.
No, they don't. They support the people who are laughing at him.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most amazing thing about it. I will say this: I saw that clip, and I literally started typing an email to Phil. The email I deleted it because I was like, he's not going to listen. There's nothing good can come from this, right? I started the email and I was like, Phil. And then it was something to the effect of like, what are you doing? How can you talk to people like this? Like, you need help. And I included a clip to it. And then I was like, I spent like 30 seconds on it, just real quick, writing it up. And then I just deleted it. I was like, there's nothing good that will come from this at all. He's not going to respond. It's not going to be, he's not going to be open to having any sort of conversation and I was reaching out to him privately too. That was the idea. I had no intention of bringing him on the show. I just want to be like, dude, how can you talk to people like this? But I decided to delete it because at the end of the day, it's like, dude's a lost cause. It is what it is.
Then we get to the pre-stream. So this is before the pre-stream in the chat. The Lucky Gremlin. I'm here for the podcast, not interested in follow for unmodded, no challenge run. DSP. Follow isn't ever meant to be a challenge. Not every game is Dark Souls, lol. It's supposed to be a chill, narrative-based open-world RPG. Play by a formula. Not much challenge unless you get surprised. If you have to change 10 things about a game to make it play the way you like, then you have to realize you are the outlier. So the very first thing I noticed is his border around the edge of the screen. Because what he likes to do is on the pre-stream, have a border that reflects the game that he's playing during the day stream. And he had Street Fighter as his border. However, he was playing Fallout. So I put this out. Why does DSP have a Street Fighter border on the pre-stream when he's gonna play Fallout? Nothing I could do, dude. Bug border mechanics, dude. Then Phil starts out the pre-stream. What does he do first? He rants about Windows 10. From David Davidson. Phil is upset that Windows 10 eventually forces you to update. He sees no reason why he has to update and Microsoft has no right to do it. These updates are typically firmware or security updates that are for your benefit. They are massive updates. He is crying that he has to reopen his internet browser every time it updates. Yeah, man, it's a big issue that you have to reopen Firefox and type out your channel name. Then we have a quote from DSP here, from Bieber Sucks. Who the fuck are you to tell me I'm forced to do an update? This is bullshit and it's pissing me off. 3 minutes in, I'm already annoyed at DSP who's shitting on Microsoft for rolling out security updates to their operating systems. Then DSP decided to attack people, of course. Other content creators, detractors, it doesn't matter. He'll attack anyone. We got Doody. Phil tells Dens to watch DoodyStreams. Hey Phil, you get 500k views a month on 3 channels. I get 1.5 million on 1 channel. Pretty sure your Dens are already watching my content.
Fucking troll-ass idiots or people who ride that fucking in-between spot. So now they run to the detractor content. I don't care. Go watch detractor content. You can go hug DoodyStreams and Memeology all day and circle jerk them and give them money because you're a fucking loser. I don't miss you. All right? So,
he then went on to say that Pokemon should never even exist. And we have this from Poem. Earlier this year, during another one of his Manic episodes, Phil said he was happy to have just a few supporters who came by with large tips. This is what he wanted, and everything else was for those shill creators. Now, he's saying this behavior needs to change. Then Phil is going to further reuse co-op games with John Rambo for his throwback channel. No, John isn't getting more money for his reused work. He was already paid back in the day, so it's fine now. Then he went on to talk about how he's going to do a live react, and I don't know why he keeps doing this, because he does this over and over. He'll do a live react to like Sony or Microsoft or whatever, and he'll say, guys, no one supported, I'm never doing this again. And then throughout the year, I'm not doing any live events. Last time no one supported. Then another live event will come up. Hey guys, guess what? I'm gonna live react to this. I hope you support. Just remember the actual definition of insanity. And DSP said he's gonna live stream the Xbox event. This is probably the last time he'll be doing live reacts to gaming events. He said that so many times in the past. If the Xbox event isn't supported, there's no point to reacting them anymore. Then he announced, Friday Night Fights, it's gonna be another stream of him versus Brian. I'm sure Jax will be happy. And DSP kept saying, my friend Brian. With the model gamer at the bottom, the same Brian who told DoodyStreams he is not Phil's friend. Phil is just some guy he had a couple matches with and would prefer not to be discussing Phil a lot. Phil is so desperate for human contact, he's turning to Jim Carrey from the Cable Guy. And then I respond to that. I would trust the Cable Guy more. DSP is more like Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct. Then he went on to discuss Twitch getting rid of their community group or wherever the hell they were. Then he kept telling people, stop watching Twitch. It's softcore porn. And then went on to name all the stuff that's on there. And then we have a quote from Phil after that. I left Twitch and does it look like my career is dying and losing my spot online? Yes, Phil. Yes, it does. Then I put this out. DSP says Twitch is a softcore porn site. YouTube has naked yoga, wet versus dry see-through clothes try-on, LOL, and more. And then I added on to that. Meanwhile, on Twitter, we have Malvina, my nudes in profile. Then his audience kept asking about Warhammer. And DSP said, can't someone just 3D print an entire Warhammer army? Then someone said how the price of Wii U games were down significantly. And DSP said, it's because they can't be booted. That is right. He thinks all Wii U consoles are dead. And DSP thinks all Wii U consoles can't be used or booted up because they die over time. So right now, no one can turn on or boot up a Wii U. Then he went on to this huge tangent about Legos. Remember the guy that had all those statues? Legos are supposed to be for kids, so why can't kids afford them? We got David Davidson. Phil is now ranting about the price of kids' toys like Legos or action figures, and that's because of adults collected them for the sake of collecting. Let's not forget the shit you collected and filled the Connecticut condo with. Then DSP has not learned his lesson. DSP is now locked in Crow Country for the game he'll be playing next. And since it was suggested by a viewer and he's been honest with you right now, this means you, yes you, have committed to him that you will show up and support it. Then DSP noticed someone was speaking in non-English in his chat. And he said, if you speak in a foreign language in the chat, you will be banned. DSP says you must speak English. That's right. Only speak English and only pay in American currency. None of that Argentina stuff, dude. Then someone asks him, what's for dinner? And he responds with, I don't know, whatever my wife feels like making after work. How romantic. Then we have another quote from DSP. The trolls hate it when I'm honest with my fans and they get upset. See, DSP, you don't realize the things you say, the things you admit. Because in this sentence here, you're admitting that you're not always honest with your fans. What a shocker from DSP lying, right? And then he kept talking about the Microsoft showcase again. And he says, DSP will have to get coffee when he reacts to the Microsoft showcase because it's very, very early. How early? 10 a.m. Then the Fallout stream got about $67 with $50 coming from one person. That also includes the pre-stream, by the way. And you got Davidson. $35 and 190 viewers equals disaster. People need to pay up. $67 and 250 viewers? Awesome stream. Then Poems adds on to that. He's noticing the usuals are starting to cut back on the amounts they drop at one time. That 35 day was a $30 single tip and not a $50 tip like the other. This is also why I believe he's starting to attack the $2 to $10 tippers now. He can't attack the whales or he's fucked. Another quote from Phil here. Hey people in chat, can you stop? You know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to do a schedule and I see people arguing and be dramatic. But don't make me moderate you. I'm not your dad. I shouldn't have to scold you. Then Debo kept saying how he's an alcoholic and the stream's helping him. And DSP said to him, if you vent in DSP's chat, you need to find a psychiatrist according to Phil and leave his job and business alone. Then in Fallout, he kept dying because he's dumbass. And this is a quote from Phil. I guess I went through the hurt box or hit box or whatever it's called. 16 years on YouTube. 16 years, a quote-unquote gamer. And then DSP started joking about Liam Neeson being his father. Then sighs, just like Chris Chan, and says his dad is not half bad, so it's okay Liam Neeson isn't his dad. Then Steve the Bed points this out. Someone really needs to send today's pre-stream to his new best friend Brian. Show him who's really associating with. Then we got Throw at the bottom. From what I gathered, Brian really doesn't care. He has a fuck it, might as well do this, it's not like I had anything else planned mentality about it. To his credit, he kind of has nothing to lose, only to gain, even though this is a short-term gain. Yeah, because I believe Brian is going for partner on Twitch. I think he has like less than 1,000 followers. So he's using DSP to get to partner. Then DSP starts up Street Fighter 6. First thing he sees is that the skins are on sale and immediately talks about buying them and more music. And of course, he got beat by Cammy yet again. And his excuse this time from Banana Jones. She didn't win. It was a character selection matchup win. Top tier lame brain shit. Hate that lag. It wasn't lag. It was the matchup. You suck doing his shit. So frustrated the combo got dropped. Combo just drops online for no reason. And then remember earlier when people asked him what was for dinner and he said whatever my wife feels like making. Well now DSP is getting defensive about people asking him what he had for dinner. Then we have Gamerface Gaming. A villain appears to ruin the positivity. Help! And we see DoorDash Villain, who's part of the Hogan Pullers. So you're probably wondering, how did the Hogan Pullers do? How did the DoorDash Villain do? Well, let's find out. Gamerface Gaming, when you can't block their attacks, just block them after quitting the match. Who says he can't block? Scrub quote, bait.
JP, finally. Oh, it's the same guy. Now I've banned this guy before, right? I wonder how he's getting in there. Oh, I pressed the button. Bullshit. Oh wow, he countered it? I'm surprised he countered it. Maybe I'm not surprised. Maybe he just presses it a lot. I couldn't block. I think he just presses. I think he drive impacts a lot. Oh, I couldn't do anything on fight. Interesting. I pressed the button. Dude, I can't. I literally can't play against this guy. I can't block. So good. Now I get to block him. Now I get to block him because I'm never playing that guy again because he's a troll. I can't even block. He's doing that stupid meaty move. It refuses to block it. So fuck this guy. How much you want to bet he's also cheating and has a fucked up internet connection? He's doing fucked up stuff. So you can go fuck your mother. Really, fuck your mother right up the ass, you stupid motherfucker. Okay. Now I don't ever have to play the fucking idiot ever again.
What a wild day that was. So if you guys like that, click that like, share the video, leave a comment below, hit subscribe, subscribe my other channels on the details of the end cards, and as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.